Hi, dear friends. Welcome to our YouTube channel, eCommerce for the World. In this video, we will see another topic in e-commerce business. The question is it necessary to get GST bill during purchase by e-commerce sellers? This is the topic for today. See, practically, while doing e-commerce business, uh, we will be as a starting seller, right, with a sales of less than 1 lakh, right, or below. Normally, almost all the e-commerce seller face this issue. The issue is that when we try to purchase products for a e-commerce business from different sources, because we used to have lot many listings, at least 50 to 100 listings. So while creating this number of products, while adding up to the listing, we used to approach different manufacturers or different wholesalers, and there may be a particular product which is handmade, and there will be certain wholesalers or even manufacturers too, they do not provide GST bill. In such cases, we have no other way, but always we need to remember that whatever we sell online, a particular HSN code has to be provided for that particular product, and once that is done, definitely the applicable GST must be collected from the buyer, and it is a duty of the e-commerce seller to pay it to the government. So that is the rule. And in such situations, getting a GST bill is very important. And in the GST bill, everyone should note that the e-commerce seller's GST number must be mentioned along with the company name and the company address. It is mandatory to include the company name, address, and GST number in the invoice, right? That will be supplied by the manufacturer or the wholesaler to the e-commerce seller. And in case if you are unable to get the GST bill from the manufacturer or the wholesaler, then we have no other option for the e-commerce seller to get the particular product or source the particular product without GST bill. But at the same time, when when the particular product gets sold out in online platform such as Amazon or Flipkart, we will be charging the buyer a particular percentage based on the product HSN code, right? It can be either 0% GST, 5% GST, or 12% GST, or 18% GST. Depends upon the product category, right? So we used to charge the buyer based on the product category along with the selling price, right? Suppose 100 rupees is the total price to the concerned buyer, then that means if it is 5%, right, So 95% will be the actual price and 95 rupees will be the actual cost or price involved, and remaining 5 rupees will be the GST, that is goods and services tax, right? That has to be collected from the buyer. So therefore, significant amount from our selling price goes to the government, right? Depending upon the categories, depending upon the HSN code, right? And this has to be mandatory every month. Each and every e-commerce seller has to, while filing the GSTR 3B, right? We used to pay the entire tax amount to the government of India, right? It is a legal fact known to everyone, right? But the point here is what I just want to emphasize is that even if you don't you source the product without getting the GST bill, but at the same time when we sell the product, the particular product, we need to collect the amount from the buyer, right? So when we fix the margin of a particular product, fix the particular product price, so at that time we need to take into account this GST percentage. Along with we need to include that particular GST percentage of the particular product along with the total selling price, right? And in this way, actually the e-commerce seller doesn't pay even a single paisa, right, to the government. Actually, he collects it from the buyer while selling the product, right? Therefore, normally this GST tax is paid by the customer or the buyer, not paid by the seller. That has to be clearly understood. And one more very important thing that has to be noted by the seller is that, e-commerce seller, is that the product that we source, right, as far as possible, we need to try to get the GST bill for the particular product, because whatever the GST bill amount that we pay while receiving the product and getting that GST invoice, so the same amount that we pay, for example, we have purchased some 10,000 rupees, right? Okay, total price of a particular product while sourcing that particular product is 10,000 rupees. Then, say for example, we are paying, just an example, we are paying some 1,000 rupees as GST, right? And initially, right, we pay that particular amount along with the 10,000. So 10,000 plus this 11,000, right? No, 10,000 plus 1,000. So totally we will be paying the supplier or the manufacturer or the the wholesaler 11,000 rupees, and actual cost of the product is 10,000 rupees only, right, for some particular quantity of a particular product. The remaining 1,000 rupees that we pay while collecting the GST bill from the manufacturer or wholesaler, we can adjust that particular amount, right, when we file the GST, right? So when we get some order, say for example we are getting 100 orders in a month, for example, then every month we used to file GSTR1 we need to file every 11th of a particular month, and GSTR3B we need to file from every 11, 12, 13, right, from 14th to 20th. 20th is the 20th of every month. Before that we need to file the GSTR3B. So at that time, say the 10,000 rupees that we have purchased plus the 1,000 rupees tax incurred on that, so that particular 1,000 rupees can be adjusted while we pay to the government as GST, right? So this sort of uh, what do you call this sort of facility or promotion that is available for all e-commerce sellers, and it is there is nothing like the e-commerce sellers are paying tax as GST. Only the buyer is paying the GST, and the only thing is that we are just intermediary to for that particular transaction, that is collecting the GST from the buyer and paying it to the government. Right? That is a mandatory rule. That's a legally it is the responsibility of all the citizens who are doing e-commerce business in India. Okay, and as far as possible, we need to e-commerce sellers in India need to get the GST bill whenever possible, right? And even if we pay, we can adjust that particular amount while paying the GST, right? So therefore, there is nothing wrong when we get the GST bill, right? It is not like if you are unable to provide, see, if the particular manufacturer is unable to provide the GST bill, then it's okay, right? Or since some people they will do the handmade products, right? So they may have not taken any GST number, so they are unable to provide, right? And even there are certain manufacturers, even there are certain wholesalers who have the GST bill, but they will fail to do so, right? Because of black money, they think like. But it is not so. As far as e-commerce business is concerned, it is legal, and everything is open, and we used to openly tell the government that this is the total sales, right, and this is the tax we have collected, and this is the amount that we are paying to you as tax, and this tax GST that has been collected from the buyer. So then nothing wrong. It is everything is as per rule, as per law. Okay, so nothing to hide in this e-commerce business, right? Maybe in offline hiding of income may happen, but in online it is 100%. It is hiding of income is not at all possible, and it is not required at all, right? We will the e-commerce business runs smoothly with transparency. Okay, so that is what I just want to mention. And one more important thing to note in this GST bill is that it is not enough that we collect the GST bill and then file it in our what is a file. The thing is that you need to verify under GSTR 2A and 2B. We need to verify whether that particular GST bill has been entered into the GST registration portal or not. That is also very important, because there may be, right, it is not, I am not blaming everyone, there may be certain sellers who give the GST bill, but they fail to enter those details into the GST portal. Maybe due to unknown reasons it may happen, or they may have missed the GST bill. So it may happen, right? It may happen or may not happen. But we need to ensure that whatever the GST bill that we as an e-commerce seller collect from the supplier, that is the manufacturer or the wholesaler, right? We need to ensure that whatever the amount that we have collected as GST bill needs to be entered into GSTR 2A or 2B. If we find that it has not been entered into GSTR 2A or GSTR 2B, then we need to inform the particular supplier, that is the manufacturer or the wholesaler, that sir, that particular GST bill has not been entered into the GST portal, please enter it. At least next month we can able to ensure that the particular bill enters into the GST system. And the government has actually the government of India is taking lot many steps in order to improve the business of the community, right? Business community. And also the main idea of the government is to introduce transparency and the the fact of the GST taxation is for the public, right? For the public health, public wealth, public infrastructure, and public service, right? And we need to support that, right? And as far as possible, whatever the transaction that we do, let us do openly and also in a very transparent manner. That see, it's nothing, not even a single rupee the e-commerce seller is paying from his pocket. Only the buyer will be paying from his pocket, right? So that should always be in our mind, right? And let us go legally. Let us do the business openly and with the transparency, right? With that set, right? There is nothing to hide. No GST bill. See, as far as possible, we need to try to include the particular transaction into the GST system, right? So that is what we, as a citizen of this country, supports the government and also supports the entire public of the Republic of India. Okay, and therefore the answer to the question is, as far as possible, we need to try to purchase the products with the GST bill, right? That is our experience, and even we have lot many. We have adjusted the so much amount. Even now, even for the past, I think for the past 1 year or so, we are just adjusting the GST amount for the bill that we need to pay to the government of India. Right? That means what is inside is that you have to understand is that we are trying our level best to source the product as far as possible with the GST bill. Right? There are certain products which we are unable to get the GST bill, such as handicrafts and handmade items, right? So these are certain exceptions, but still for that particular product also, when we sell, we used to collect it from the what do you call, the buyer, right? And then we used to pay to the government that particular amount of GST bill, okay, GST amount, okay. So this is the entire process of doing the e-commerce business in a open way, transparent way, and it is a mandatory on the part of the e-commerce seller to, as far as possible, right, to do the business with the transparency, and we need to, as far as possible, to our knowledge, right. If everything is going well, the government of India will also support us, right. So therefore, as you all know, the government means what? It is the government means government is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people, as Abraham Lincoln said, right? So that means everything is for us, our own benefit. We as a citizen of India, okay. Therefore, please, I request all the e-commerce sellers to get to collect the GST bill as far as possible whenever they source the product. And if you are unable to get the GST bill, then do not worry, no problem. Continue to include more and more products under the GST system. Okay. With these few words, we will end the session of this video, and whenever time permits, we will share our personal experiences on the go with regard to e-commerce business or e-commerce journey. Okay, thank you friends, thank you so much for watching. If you are not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Bye.